everyone. Welcome to your Viva Survival Guide. 12 days away. Well, for us, because we usually travel either the Tuesday or Wednesday before Viva. This year I will be going on Wednesday. What day will you be going there?
Wednesday.
So we kind of wanted to talk about some of the things that we suggest
Tips and
or
tricks.
encourage, tips and tricks. I wanted to talk about some events, but I'm going to do this in different parts. So for the first part, it's literally just surviving Viva, because it is a lot. You are going to be there from Wednesday, Thursday until Sunday or Monday for most people. The actual event is till Sunday, but it's a lot. You have to remember, for me personally, I'm traveling from 8 hours away, and I would rather overpack and be over prepared than be in Vegas and not have this stuff I need.
Because vintage breaks. Vintage breaks. So, overpacking, unfortunately, is a thing. Feet survival guides. Do not pass out at the car show like I did last year.
Yeah, that's...
Hydrate. Hydrate.
So yeah, first and foremost, I would even say, like, I'm starting now. I'm taking liquid IVs. I am, like, upping my vitamins, because it is a lot on your body. You're out there, and most of us are, like, drinking, having a good time. We forget to eat. We forget to drink water.
Yeah.
So it's always good to hydrate and do that, like, a few days before, just so that you're, like, well prepared while you're there, because it will take a toll on your body.
And a lot of us come from places that are, like, cold. Like, I know we're in, like, California, but it's cold here. It is, like, 50 degrees outside. And by the time we get to Vegas, it's going to be in the mid 80s to low 90s. And that...
We haven't hit those temperatures yet.
No.
It's literally snowing in our mountains in Santa Cruz. That's so crazy.
Yeah, so, yeah, a lot of us are kind of coming from extreme temperature changes. Some people won't be, but we will be. I have a feeling it's going to be very windy this year.
It usually is, yeah.
Bring an umbrella.
Hang on to your umbrella. Because, yeah, in 2022, it got really, really windy, where people had to be escorted, like, off the car show because it became a hazard.
Yeah.
So, yes, definitely hydrate. Number one, hydrate. Number two, I would even say, like, so I'm a big, like, vitamin person, and if you're gonna have a hangover, I would suggest buying liquid IV. That's gonna help the next day, like, right before you go to bed. Drink your liquid IV, take some magnesium, take some vitamin B12. Just stay hydrated, most importantly.
Also, allergies and the dry, smoky casinos will wreak havoc on your respiratory system.
I learned.
Yeah.
I learned.
Bring allergy medications.
I would suggest non-drowsy. I usually take, like, the Allegra or the, what is it called?
Claritin. They have the generic brand of it, but you're gonna need it. So, because that hotel will dry you out.
So, another thing that I highly suggest, because us girls, we have to be all dolled up in our heels, and I wouldn't suggest it's for everybody, because if you are diabetic, it's not necessarily safe, because I know there's a really big thing with diabetics, and, like,
right,
if they cut their feet or stuff like that. There is a foot numbing cream. I will add a picture of it. I'll insert it, like, above or whatever, but I highly suggest, if you are wearing high heels and your feet are killing you, that stuff is a miracle saver. It numbs your feet. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it was very convenient the last few times that I've, or the last few Vivas that I found that pack. Well, I didn't find it. I seen it on somebody else's post for a different event or whatever. I don't think it was Viva.
Maybe.
It might have been, I don't know.
Also, moleskin, because you get blisters.
Or just the blister Band-Aids. Those are great too. They save your feet. I always carry the blister Band-Aids and a sewing kit.
Neosporin.
What else? The liquid stitch is also a big thing that I carry in my Viva to-go pack.
What else is simple? Sunglasses.
Sunscreen, especially for the car show. Sunscreen is really important. I'm very big on like skincare. Sunscreen, I wear it every day.
I burn, so get sunscreen.
Yeah, sunscreen it's a must, especially for the car show. If you're going to be out there, like outdoors, sunscreen is a must. Even having a parasol.
Yes.
There's that, what is it,
Anna B parasols.
They make some very beautiful, and you can even, they're going to be at the car show. You can go check them out, and they have a lot of different designs, a lot of different colors, patterns, whatever, to match your outfit. So
yes. I had no parasol last year and literally almost passed out at the Queen of the Car Show event.
It was hot.
It was hot. That asphalt is no joke.
The heat radiates.
It does.
Literally.
It does.
The year before, no, maybe it was 2021.
Last year was super hot.
I did a photo shoot. It was the 2021 was too. I literally had to run inside the casino because it got so hot I felt like I was gonna pass out. I ran inside.
The photographer, Mitzi, her that she uses to pull her equipment was melting on the asphalt. It gets that hot out there. So, yeah. Shoes. Do not be afraid to take off those heels.
Those shoes right here, the gold ones. So what I do is I get these shoes. They're dancer shoes. They're very flexible and they're low heels. They're still pretty. I have a few different kinds of pairs of these shoes. The dancer heels. That's what I always suggest. And they have like the quick off and on thing. They come in a bunch of different colors. Those aren't them. I have a few different pairs. No, those definitely aren't them. But I highly suggest those because they're very comfortable and they're very wearable for a long extended period of time. But at the end of the day, there does come a point in time where it's just like, fuck the heels.
Take them off.
Take them off. I bring pretty chanclas. Like, they're all sparkly. It doesn't matter. Like, nobody's going to care, honestly, because they're all dying.
I will roll Crocs and socks. I do not care.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, and then Epsom salt. If you want to soak in Epsom salt, that saves you. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple other parts and kind of talk about like the packing process because for us it's quite the task. It's daunting, very, very daunting task. So
we've been procrastinating this all day.
This is your Viva Survival Guide Part 1. See you in Part 2. And we're gonna be doing the podcast